Hey, happy Friday evening. Today was a day off from school. What better place to be than at the beach? He's Doug Cook. I'm Bill Maharis. We're Press Box Overtime, and welcome to Satellite Beach, Florida, on the eastern coast of Brevard County, in case you're joining us from somewhere else in Brevard, for tonight's varsity baseball game as the Satellite High School Scorps host the Rams of Rutherford High School, all the way from Panama City. But before Doug and I get started, I want to show you something that's really cool that a lot of schools are actually doing. I noticed Cocoa High did something the other day. Let me flip this thing around here real quick. So that over there is the Satellite High School varsity players, and they are hosting the Beachside Little League. If you wear your uniform for both the players and the coaches, you get in tonight's game for free. And as you can see, Coach Gaudy is over there talking to the little guys and girls, because Beachside Little League, which we'll talk a little bit about later, has both baseball and softball. But, you know, Doug, that's just a great way, not only, you know, not so much to, hey, kids, I want you to come to Satellite, I want you to play for us, which they certainly do. It's just a great way to connect to the community and get those kids involved. And, you know, I'm telling you, they're looking up at those kids and that coach, and they're like major leaguers.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I'm a resident here of the beach, Indian Harbor Beach, which is a little bit south of Satellite. I was an administrator here at Satellite, and 3 of my kids went through Satellite.
Yep.
And my son played baseball here, and they did the same thing they're doing here tonight, which is really cool.
Yeah.
He was excited to come out with these big boys.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a major league, you know. They were there out hanging with the guys, and guys are throwing balls with them and that kind of thing. But very exciting thing. It's just a great community thing. And you know, Satellite Beach is just a great community, family-oriented place, and it's a great place to raise kids.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later, because I certainly want Doug's input. I was fortunate enough for 6 years to be the dean right here at Delora Middle School, that sits right next to Satellite. If you're not familiar with the area, they're so close, they share the same media center. But like Doug said, he had 3 kids go through school here. I had one. And actually, we'll talk a little bit later, our daughters played a couple sports together. But I can remember even growing up, you know, high school kids, when you're that little, like 7, 8, 9 years old, and coaches, they're like adults.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you look at them and you're like, oh my gosh. And I'm just watching these kids over there, you know, kneeling down and talking to the players and the coach. And you know, I grew up in Cocoa, and even today, you know, high school coaches of any sport, I don't care what sport it is, you know, they're kind of looked up to in the community.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, these kids, these little kids, little leaguers, they look up to high school kids as role models.
Right.
And these, and you know, everybody knows everybody. And And these kids, actually, some of these kids will probably, Satellite kids here probably help out with a little league coaching and that kind of thing.
Right.
Maybe it's a little brother, you know. So, yeah, it's just a great thing to do. It really.
You know,
impressive.
And look, let's be honest, with the competitiveness, we got 16 high schools in the public school system here in Brevard County. I see head coach of the actually #1 baseball team here in Brevard County, Coach Clayborne, who is also the athletic director, is watching. And we're going to talk a little bit later about one of his past players, the current head coach of Rutherford, Pat Coffin. But they got a great program over there. And again, I know Rockledge has a close-knit connection with their Little League, whether it's Little League, whether it's football. So we appreciate him watching. And again, we're going to talk a little bit about the head coach. You know, talking about Pat Coffin, again, head coach, Rockledge High School graduate, 2013, same year my daughter graduated here from Satellite. They're on spring break. And let me ask you, Doug, because again, your kids played all kinds of sports. Did you ever travel during spring break to play, or did you host a lot of teams from out of the area back in the day?
We traveled a little bit, not as much as they do nowadays.
Right.
Now, when I was assistant principal here, we had several teams from out of state come here and play.
Right.
Here at Satellite.
Wow.
So that was kind of cool.
And you know, a couple of years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, and I was looking it up today, we were actually fortunate. Greg allowed us to do a couple of baseball games from Rockledge, and one of them was a team from Ohio. And actually, I think they're going to be back in the area this coming week. I think they're playing Space Coast. But, and again, that's one thing that you and I like to do is do some of these games that involve teams from outside the area, so that if anybody's watching from Panama City and wants to watch their kids or their friends, You know, I think when we did that game at Rockledge, we had like 100 views, which for us, you know, that's a milestone. But, you know, we just want to give that opportunity not only to the local fans, but also to people outside. And like we tell people, listen, first and foremost, come to the game. Come watch the game live. It's a beautiful evening here. No school today. Everybody slept in. And listen to us if we're doing the game and get the commentary. You got the best of both worlds. And there's other people, we'll talk about that later, in the county too. But again, as they kind of wrap up over there, like you said, your kids, both of our daughters played soccer together, and I think they used to have some of the club soccer girls come out and do the ball girls type thing. And again, they watched those high school kids and looked up to them, and I just think it's a great thing. And again, I saw where Coach Solis, we just did their game a few weeks ago at Cocoa High School. They did something with the Little League. I think they came out to watch a practice, took their picture together. And, you know, I'm looking over there. I see the catcher kneeling down and talking to some of the kids. So, you know, good stuff. It's good to watch that.
Coach Clayborne, he's done a great job at Rockledge.
Yeah.
My two older boys played for him and went on to play college and a little pro. But Rockledge has a great program as well. Highly respected program within the county and within the state as well.
Right. And, you know, not to change gears, we talked a little bit about that when we did the, you know, myself being a Cocoa alum, but my son is a proud Raider, so I got one of those shirts that's got Raider on one side, Tiger on the other.
I'm the first class of
that's right.
Rockledge High School.
You were a Cocoa High Tiger for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yep. But we talk about that year that that Rockledge won the state championship. They had a losing record. Got into the postseason. I think Cocoa High, and Greg can certainly comment later, that I think Cocoa was rated #1. And I don't know if it was the district final game or the regional game at the park over there. I mean, I've never seen it was ridiculous how many people were there.
Yeah, Rockledge, they had like a 500 season, a little less than 500. They just turned it on.
At the right time, brother.
What an exciting time.
Oh my gosh, that was so that's a proud thing that, and we were looking at some of our notes earlier. I looked up on Wikipedia, which, you know, is not the #1 site to go to for information, but back in 2008, the last time they updated it, it was kind of ironic. They said up to 2008. And here's another thing. Both schools started in 1962, so that's kind of, and we'll talk about Rutherford High School. Up the first 42 years, Satellite High School won 17 state championships. 13 were by girls teams. Softball. And I thought that was pretty cool. Softball, soccer, you know, back in the day.
Mr. Hedgecock.
Oh, yes.
He was big-time softball. My oldest sister played for him.
Oh, cool.
And, you know, they went throughout the United States playing softball. He actually donated all this area here. Softball, his daughter was in big-time softball.
Right.
Judy Hedgecock.
Right. Oh, yeah, right.
And Mr. Hedgecock came here to Satellite Beach and bought all this property here and developed it. So he was very instrumental in developing this area and the athletics around here.
Yeah, and isn't there a park or something named after him, or maybe there was, or I'm not sure if there's a facility that's got some softball field somewhere here in Satellite, but and again, growing up here, I heard that name, you know. So again, if it reaches across the river to Cocoa, you know, he's somebody important if I hear about it.
He was mayor of Satellite Beach. He also was very active in FIT. I think he built a gymnasium there.
Yeah.
And
TJ, you want to take a picture of his lineup?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your camera. Yeah, we got Coach Gaudy coming over here and take a picture of the lineup, and we'll just take a picture.
No, I got an extra one.
Oh, you got one? Okay. Oh, man, you rock, brother.
I just run over. Mr. Cook,
how you doing?
Thanks, brother.
I see Justin Thomas is working.
Yes, Justin. Oh, I got to see him.
All right, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
All right, buddy.
When you guys go see Robbie, dinner.
All right. They treated. You know, I was texting TJ today, and you know, first of all, everybody treats us so good.
Really
you know,
do,
and TJ and I were kidding when I got on the field a little while ago and walked across, and you know, we're just so grateful that we get to do this. We're just two retired guys that, as they say, are trying to stay in the game a little bit. But he was talking about how the players, they're all excited. It's like big league for them. And listen, it's big league for us. So as much as Greg at Rockledge, Coach Solis at Cocoa, Gaudy here, appreciate it. listen, it's a blessing that we get to do this.
Yeah, it's fun.
We're
it's
thankful.
Fun. Well, we're jocks. We like our kids play sports. And it's a fun thing to give back.
It is.
And it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, like I tell people, ESPN's got nothing to worry about. We're not going to break any ratings or anything, but we're going to try to do about a game a week, for the rest of the season, just something to do. And I hope to get up to the north end of the county in a couple weeks and maybe do a double header up there. But again, we're just having fun. And so we appreciate all the teams that allow us to do this. And hopefully we put a product together that is beneficial to them. I'm going to flip this around real quick. We got two coaches out there having their little talk. So let me ask you, Doug, because I didn't play baseball. The one sport that I was not good at, not that I was great at everything else, but I played pretty much, I could not hit a baseball. Now, I played slow pitch softball for a long time. So what are they kind of going over? I mean, everybody knows the rules. What are they talking about right now?
Well, they're talking about the rules and where the out of bounds is. And,
okay.
And where the kids, make sure they have proper equipment.
Gotcha.
It's going over a number of things, like Coach Gaudy right now is telling me where the backstop is here and the protection for the dugouts.
Right.
What happens if the ball hits there?
Gotcha.
It's interference, it's a dead ball. They're going over all that stuff just so that the coaches are aware. If something does happen out of the ordinary, then they're on the same wavelength.
Right.
Hopefully.
And it's
every field's different.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. What other sport, other than baseball, does not have a uniform size fit? Basketball, you don't go to any gym where the basketball court is longer or shorter. Right. Football, tennis. I mean, I think of the Green Wall in Boston where your son is now up there working. It's just crazy that you got a sport that the fields are just all different sizes.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You talk about they got the grass infield here. You don't see that. You got Vieira that plays on artificial. It's
I mean, it's hard for me to get. I worked here for 22 years.
Right.
It's hard for me to get used to the grass infield because I'm old school.
Right.
But it's less maintenance for the coach.
That is true. Yeah.
Most head coaches have got to do their own maintenance. They got to. They teach school all day long. They come out here.
I know.
And then they got to drag the field and do all that work. And I know the kids help out, but you don't have to drag too much.
Well, I got to tell you, when I got here a little after 5. Coach Gaudy out there at home plate, raking the dirt. So, we talked a little bit about Coach Clayborne earlier. I believe now there's a lot of new athletic directors since I retired 4 years ago. Hard to believe, both of us.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, unless it's some of the new ones, Coach Clayborne and Coach Gaudy are the only two head coaches. Both happen to be baseball that are also athletic directors. So you talk about wearing two hats.
Oh yeah.
That's just.
That's not an easy job.
Neither one is easy, let alone putting them together.
Right. I mean, the amount of hours and paperwork that goes into being an athletic director.
Right.
And then you got to go out and coach, and the only way they get through it because they love what they do.
Right. Exactly.
It's a labor of love.
Right.
I coached football for 18 years.
Right.
I did football coach in Cocoa.
Right.
I was making like 3 cents an hour with the supplement. That's the way it was.
That's why you could have retired at the early age that you retired.
Yeah, I had to work forever. But I did it because I love the sport. I love the kids.
Right.
And being a role model for the kids, helping kids get scholarships or whatever.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about. Just for a kid to come back after they graduate and say, "Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it."
Yeah.
It's just a heartwarming situation.
Yeah, it's and I was blessed that again my daughter went here to Satellite, played a little volleyball, played soccer all 4 years. Lacrosse started, and she did very well at lacrosse. Satellite won the first 3 district championships. I was fortunate to be one of the coaches, and I think it was just because we had great athletes. None of us knew anything about lacrosse.
No.
But
my daughter played on that team too.
She played on there, won a couple district championships with Haley, and I was at the Greek Festival a few weeks ago. I ran into it's funny, every time I go to the Greek Festival, I always run into somebody, and we were getting ready. I was there with my mom, get ready to leave. Nobody I knew, and all of a sudden, right in front of me, sat a young lady with her boyfriend that played for me here. So I had to make sure it was her, and I tapped her on the shoulder, and she's now a teacher here, came back. And, she just lit up and gave me a hug, and I'm like, man, I used to say dad is the greatest thing you can be called. Grandfather's close.
Yeah.
Coach is right there.
Right.
When they called you coach, so again, you're right. People like Coach Clayborne watching, Gaudy, all the other coaches, they're doing more than just teaching a sport.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's a gift to be able to work with young people.
Right.
You know, I have friends that, you know, they would say, how do you hang around teenagers? and I have to say, man, I love it. You know, it was just, it was a gift.
Yeah. So I think they had a little presentation over there. We couldn't quite hear it, but again, talking to, you know, about Beachside. Let me see here real quick. You know, one thing Doug and I like to do, we like to do our homework, and I'm trying to hear the announcer, but I can't quite hear him. But, you know, we just like to share some stuff that you might not see anywhere else. But let me just see. I think they're introducing the players. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm not sure if you can hear it or not, but we're gonna be quiet for a few minutes. This is the Rams of Rutherford High School, which actually is 6th grade through 12th grade. 1A, located up in Panama City, Panhandle area.
Is this a private school? Yeah.
You know what? I think it's, you know, it might be, but no, I think it's actually, let me look at my notes, Doug. It's funny you mentioned that. I think they are public. Yeah, so Rutherford High School opened up in 1961 as the second high school in Bay County. So I'm going to guess back in the 60s, there weren't a ton of private schools that were opening up at the time. So I'm pretty sure they're public. They are 6th grade through 12th grade. Yep, I'm looking here. Vernon Baker says they're public. Thank you, Vernon, for doing that for us. And I'll tell you what's interesting. They also draw students from Tyndall Air Force Base. I'm the father of a proud Air Forceman in his 12th year stationed out west. Student population about 1,400. Principal is Dr. R. Todd Mitchell, and the AD is Jabbar Manning, and a coach, of course, the coach is Pat Coffin. Let me tell you a little bit about Pat Coffin, which, you know, you and I, we talked about this before, is how many people from Brevard County go away to school and they come back here to either teach or coach. You know, TJ's one of them, grew up here in Satellite, played at Cocoa Beach because his dad was, of course, a very well-known athletic director and basketball coach. And Pat Coffin actually grew up here. I met his dad earlier today, also an individual, got some of the same friends, talked a little bit about Orville Susong and Steve Wilson from Friday Night Locker Room and Space Coast Daily. But Pat is a Rockledge High graduate of 2013. During his time playing for Coach Clayborne, they won 3 straight district titles. He earned MVP, and I apologize, I'm not sure if that was maybe of the team or what, but he was all Space Coast and all district. He also lettered in golf, something that we have a close affinity to at Rockledge. So baseball and golf, you don't see that too often. Pretty cool. They got the Little League kids running the bases. Again, as the people take their position out in the outfield, of Little League individuals are running with them. August of 2021, Coach Coffin was promoted to head coach from assistant. So this is his 3rd year as the head coach of Rutherford High School. He previously coached at high school and JUCO level, played D1 baseball at Alabama State. And I was reading some of his bio and reading a little bit about some of the information. He said he kind of like what we talked about earlier, working with the community. The Callaway Rec League was a priority. So again, I talked to Pat a little bit before the game. Tomorrow they're actually playing Rockledge, so he's up against his old coach, and so that's kind of cool. Yeah, so he's back here at home.
I would imagine Coach Clayborne really enjoyed having him on his team with all these accolades.
Yeah, he's and I'm going to read some stuff a little bit later. Yeah, 3 district titles. I mean, like I say, you know, your daughter and my daughter, played lacrosse, and they won 3 straight. Not too many people three-peat, especially in a competitive sport like baseball. But I see my good friend James Rowe is watching. James works at Cocoa High School, and I always make him feel good by reminding everybody that I'm older than him. He graduated with my sister a few years after me, but won a state championship. We're going to stand for the anthem real quick. That's the national anthem. We want to show you all the little leaguers are out here with the ball players standing along with them. We know they had a great time. And again, just another way that most high schools do the same thing, kind of make a connection with the community. Not so much just because of, hey, recruiting, and we want your kid to play here, but we want kids involved. And, you know, I was at the middle school level for most of my admin career. And as you know, we're trying to add, thanks to Kevin Robinson, the current athletic director and for the county. And there's the first pitch. How about that young man? You know, he just made a memory. So we're trying to add some sports to middle school, but you know, you've got to reach into the community, because a lot of these kids go to the high schools that have never played certain sports, and there's nothing here for them. So it's great to see this and to make that and just keep them involved.
Exactly. I mean, that's the future of your team right there. These kids in the community here.
Right.
And you've got to reach out to them.
Yeah, it's and again, we talked about it. It's all sports. It's not just, you know, baseball. I know football, Rockledge High School, when I was the announcer there for many years, you know, they would have a night for the, I don't know if you still call it the Pop Warner or Midget League or whatever the small the groups are, and they would have a night where they would come. You know, we're talking about Coach Clayborne, who's still watching. You know, he's in the Space Coast Hall of Fame. As Linda Anderson, who was athletic director here, you worked with Linda for many years. She retired before TJ took over. So again, we've got some phenomenal history here in Brevard when it comes to athletics across the board. And your sons and daughters are part of that, with championships and rings and going to play college. So it's good stuff.
There's some great athletes. You know, Chris Collinsworth,
yep.
Wilbur Marshall.
Yep.
Astronaut High School. There's just some great athletes in Brevard.
Bill Harris, tennis, I think. No, I'm sorry. Something different I'm talking about. People watching go, wait, Coco's got tennis? Well, that's what we said, but what the heck, you know, we... So we're getting, yeah, we tried. Yeah, that's I played 1 year at BCC, had a 3-3 record. So then all these guys from Australia came over, and I got to keep the racket. That was the end of my career. Real quick, Rutherford comes in with a 2-4 record. They've actually had 3 one-run games. They've lost 2 and won 1, so they played some close ones. They are actually in 3A. So right now, let's see what number we got up there. Is that a number 9? We don't have a lineup, but we got a list of all of the, I think it's 9. Let me pull my sheet out here. All right, so number 9 for Rutherford, we have Javier, and I apologize if I mess up this name. Oh, nice shot over there, right up to the second baseman. Play at first, and they got him. Nice play. So let me ask you, your sons played baseball. You know, there's something about going through one time and getting a hold of the, you know, feeling the pitcher. I think that's probably pretty good. First swing, got a piece of that ball. That's got to make him feel a little good.
Oh, yeah. I like that aggressive. I'm standing there looking.
Oh, nice pitch. Starting pitcher today is number 19, Asher Allen. He comes in with a 1-1 record, 7 ERA, but 16 strikeouts. So young man knows how to throw that ball.
He got some good speed.
Yeah.
I like his
But again, I hope I don't mispronounce the previous batter, Gier Bellini. He's a junior, plays shortstop and does some pitching. Actually, as a pitcher, he's 1-0 with 5 strikeouts, scored 6 runs. So that was the number 1 batter. We're going to try to see this number here, see who number 2 is. Coach Collins over here coaching third base. Oh, okay. Well, that's not, I think you can say that's take one for the team. So that's number 12, Connor Ward. He's just a sophomore. Comes in with a triple. He scored 4 runs, batting average 118. But again, just a sophomore, so 2 more years. He plays outfield and first base, so we'll see later on today what he's going to be at. And that's number 21. That's AJ Jones. He's a senior, plays first base. Batting average 250. He has scored 7 runs already in the, what did I say here? 6 games that Rutherford has played. Again, they're 2-4. They are 3A, which, let me flip my sheet here. I believe Satellite is 4A. Pitch coming from Allen. A little low. Got the guy on first base. You're going to have to keep an eye on him. He's taking a big lead. But looking at max preps, again, they've only played 6 games. They've got him ranked 360th in the state. We've got a little timeout. They're ranked 62nd in 3A, and they're ranked 19th in the Panama City metropolitan area. Like I said, they've lost 2 games by just 1 run, and they've won a game by run. So, you know, I don't know. Is it worse losing by 1 or losing by 10? I don't know.
I'll lose by 10.
Losing by 1, you feel like you might have had an opportunity.
I had to lose. I hate to lose.
Yeah, either way. We don't want either. Don't have the scoreboard working, but I think we're maybe 1-1. Again, we got AJ Jones up at bat. He's a senior. We've got Asher Allen, who is pitching. Again, he's 1-1 with 16 strikeouts. Oh, nice shot. Going up there to shortstop. We're going to try to pull a double play. Goes to second base, throwing it to first. They got it in time. And 3 up, 3 down. How about that nice double play by Satellite? Sure was. I mean, to turn that. So what do we got, 60 feet between the bases?
Yes, sir.
I mean, again, to turn that. And that kid was hauling down first base, too. So nice double play. But the Rams do get 1 on base. It is a hit by pitch. We're going to scan over here real quick. We got a nice crowd out here tonight. And again, if you worked with us earlier, Coach Cook sitting next to me worked here it wasn't 57 years, was it?
No, it was 22.
22. I don't know how I keep getting that mixed up.
I feel like it.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But in charge of facilities, one thing I do like about Satellite, and I'm not sure if there's another high school quite like it, but you got baseball. Right over here, you got softball. Across the way, you got the swimming pool, brand new beach volleyball. Behind us, you've got the track and the football. So I've been here at nights when my daughter played. You've got lacrosse, softball, baseball going on at the same time.
This is one of the best athletic facilities in the county. And Satellite High School just added outdoor, get this.
Who did?
Satellite High School
Okay.
just added outdoor volleyball.
Yes,
volleyball.
yes, they did.
Absolutely gorgeous facility.
Yes, they did.
And my youngest daughter, played volleyball here, and they constructed that the last year she was here, actually.
Yep.
But what a great facility.
Yeah. Coach Bolton, he actually works at the school district. I graduated with his brother Bruce. Big proponent on pushing beach volleyball, and when I was a county athletic director, met with him several times. But you know, and it's finally taken off. Now it's an FHSAA sport. And we've got Vieira. We've got several teams this year. Brand new. Bayside has a team. Mm-hmm. So again, just another. And again, I don't care what sport it is. With the amount of athletes we have here at Brevard, we need to be playing everything.
Oh, yeah, it gives kids an opportunity to get involved. I mean, a few years ago we had bowling.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And lacrosse. Right. Yeah.
And that's kids that may not play another sport.
Right.
But it gives that kid an opportunity to get out and participate in athletics.
Right. Yep. Exactly right. Pitching for Rutherford is number 3, Tyler Harry. He's a sophomore. He also plays outfield and third base. As a pitcher, he is 0-1. ERA a little high at 6.72, but again, 13 strikeouts. So we got, between the two pitchers tonight, we got 29 strikeouts. If I was playing, half those would be me up at the plate. But let me give you the lineup that Coach Gaudy gave us. You can see, so we've got number 3 coming up, and that is Johnny Randall. Center fielder, batting .250. He's a senior. And I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier, Asher Allen. I didn't write down what grade level he was. But the batter up there now is a senior. That's number 3, Johnny Randall. Batting average of .250. First pitch, right down the pike. All right, so we talked about this when we did the Cocoa High game a few weeks ago. You taking the pitch or not, the first one? You always let it go, or if it's got a bow on it, do you go after it?
Depends on your coach.
Okay, okay. Oh, nice shot right out here to, nice play by the left fielder. What a nice catch. My gosh, we got that jersey dirty already. We're just in the first inning. Let me look that young man's name up. That is number 7, the left fielder for Rutherford, Aaron Magnuson, just a freshman.
Wow.
So, yeah, he's got 3 more years. So
that wasn't an easy catch.
No, not an easy catch at all.
Yeah, number 7 coming up.
Nice play. 1 out. Number 7, Brandon Ritter or Ryder. Batting average of .419. 419. I think he leads the team. .419. 9 RBIs, 13 hits, 4 doubles, and he's just a junior. So Coach TJ's got him coming back. Oh, nice pitch there.
Good looking kid. Looks like he's been in the weight room. For
Yep,
sure.
yep, absolutely. I don't have his stats. He's got to be over 6 feet. I don't have my protractor with me at this distance to figure that out, but yeah. Oh, nice swing back out there at the left fielder again. I think that's going to go foul. Yep, that fouls. All right, Coach. So let's go back to our childhood. That ball went out of the park. Those kids should be chasing that ball right now, right? And I think we do. We take it back to the concession stand, and there should be some kind of a food prize for bringing in the. Oh, there we go again. That's up in the air. Left fielder looking back over his shoulder, going backwards towards the fence. He dropped it. He dropped it. Thought he had it. Stayed at second. Man, he got a double. That's a tough. Now I don't know. They're going to call that an error, but that's one of those balls. That's a tough ball to get. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you call that an error or you just I
guess be an error on the left fielder. He should have had that ball.
I guess anytime the glove touches it for the most part. But hey, listen, he gave it a ride. Listen, it's windy out here. We're playing on the beach. There's no telling what that wind did to it. So
it was so close to the fence.
He was
thinking I'm going to run into the fence.
Right.
So I don't think there's a warning track out there.
No, I don't think so. Going back out there. They're giving that a ride. That's down the lane. We got a Satellite High's got their first run in the base. Runner going to second, and that's the second double in a row. That left fielder, he is getting a workout. Every single ball's come up to them. And just like that, Satellite High School is on the board as they lead 1-0. We talked earlier about the first pitcher for Rutherford got a piece of it, which had to be every one of these Satellite guys that hit that ball, they've got 1 out. But all right, so let's see. That was.
Did you find it?
Coming in third, right here in front of us.
That's wrong.
Number 4, Jonathan, and hopefully I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Lowlaver. He's standing right there on third base. He's actually got a .375 batting average with 5 ribbies, 12 hits. And as a pitcher, he's 2-1 with 29 strikeouts. So there's another one popping up. It's going to be foul. Yep, foul out of our way.
It's Asher Allen up the bat now, left-handed.
Asher Allen. So Asher's right up there. He's got a .407 batting average, 11 hits, 8 ribbies, 3 doubles, 5 stolen bases. And again, as a pitcher, starting pitcher tonight, he's 1-1 with 16 strikeouts. So that is going, it looks like, back in the stands. Everybody's hollering heads up. Never have figured out heads up. You know, not heads down, duck, cover your head.
It's like 4.
But that's
course,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, I know, right?
I'm like,
4 what? Yeah.
it sounds like the Scorpions are off to a good start.
Well, they've made contact with every batter that's been up. Again, right here on third base, we got Asher Allen, starting pitcher, batting .407. We had first batter up for Satellite, flew out to left field, and then since then, 2 more balls have gone out to left field. Doubles back to back. First one might have been an error, but again, both of them reached second base. So we got our 4th hitter right now, and that is Jonathan Waylever. Going out there, I don't know, it could be trouble. Nope. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, man, that's tough. That's tough. That's hard. Bless his heart. And again, he's right field. That sun is right behind us. That had to have something to do with that. But first inning, Satellite gets their 2nd run across. So, and again, you know, left fielder, he's battling that wind. You can look at the flag over there, and that wind is blowing like crazy. And you know better than I, it's windy here, 50 feet up in the air. It's really windy. And that poor kid's doing that. And now we've got the right fielder, bless his heart. He is fighting that sun. So tough for both of them. But Satellite gets her 2nd run across. Got a runner on first. Bottom of the 1st inning, 1 out. And right now we've got Bradley Rayner, who's just a freshman, up to bat. Oh, am I looking at the wrong? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. My bad. Colton House is up to bat. He is the 2nd baseman. He's batting .292, 4 ribbies, and he is also a senior. So it looks like, from what I was able to find online, we've got 4 seniors on this team. So that's why they're coming in here tonight with a good record. A lot of seniors and juniors that have been with the program for a few years. Oh, nice shot right over there to shortstop. We're going to try to pull a double play. They got him on second, throwing it to first. A little bit off, but they did get the 2nd out at second. Smart move, just standing there. No reason to try to go to second. So, again, nice play by the shortstop. Gets the 2nd out of the evening, 2nd out of the inning. Again, we're in the bottom of the 1st if you just joined us. And Satellite has already put 2 across, and they lead the Rams of Rutherford 2-0 with 2 outs, bottom of the 1st inning. Did I stop another one? And up now we got number 6. Oh, going back over here to the pitcher.
We got number 6.
Fighting that wind today ourselves with these papers blowing all over the place.
It's always windy.
I know. It's like when you and I play over here at Patrick, the golf course. I don't care if it's 90 degrees over in Rockledge. I'm bringing a sweater or coat or sweatshirt or something. All right, throw back to first, keeping him honest. Up at bat, we've got number 6 for Satellite. That's Lucas Wobry, if I'm pronouncing that right. He comes in with a .357 batting average with 4 RBI. So again, a lot of batting averages over 300, which you got to be pleased by that with the coach.
I was about to hit sprint and I was running and I
Again, if you're just joining us, bottom of the 1st, Rams got a player on first base hit by pitch, and then they hit into a double play, which ended the inning. Satellite has pushed 2 across, both, unfortunately, for the Rams by drop balls out in the outfield. But they got 2 outs, got a guy on first base, and up to bat is number 6, Lucas Wobry. Again, bottom of the 1st, Rutherford High School out of Panama City on spring break next week. Oh, nice shot. Oh, right to the shortstop. Very good play. Shortstop had a good inning this inning, Coach.
Right at him, he didn't have to move.
And that is, I believe, number 9 for the Rams. And that is Javier Giarbolini, if I pronounced it right, a junior.
That's close.
Again, even pitches, and he's got 1-0 as a pitcher. So after one, right here at Satellite High School, beautiful Friday evening, no school today. I'm sure the beaches were crowded. We've got the visiting Rams from Rutherford High School out of Panama City here playing our hometown Satellite High School Scorps. And after one, Satellite leads 2-0.
Well, Satellite had the bats going, Bill.
Yeah, they did. It's they coach has got to be pleased with that. But I tell you, shortstop number 9 over here for the Rams probably saved a few runs. Left fielder, even though he did drop a ball, I think a lot of that had to do with the wind. He made a great catch to get the first out.
Sure did, yeah.
Right fielder, again, he's facing that sun, which is brutal. So I certainly understand that. But yeah, at the end of one, Satellite Coach Gaudy's got to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, that sun in right field, actually first baseman as well.
Well, yep, you're exactly right. Look.
It is brutal, you said.
So we talked a little bit about Rutherford High School. If you're watching, hopefully maybe from up there, I see my lovely wife Linda is on there. Yeah, Doug is here, Linda. She's always worried about you. Maybe, your bicycle blew a tire or ran out of battery, and we're going to see you on TikTok or something. Wind chill. Yeah, it's a little breezy out here. Not cold, but
Well, that breeze comes off the ocean.
Oh man,
I live like 2 blocks off the ocean. We get a great breeze. You don't have to turn your AC on for a while.
So batting up first is sophomore, number 14, Alex Baker. Oh, popping it up. Looks like the catcher may have a chance. Is that going to go over the fence? I hope he got it. Yep, straight up. So that's one out. Pop up by number 14, cleanup hitter, Alex Baker. He scored 5 runs so far this year. And again, if you're just joining us, Rutherford comes in here with a 2-4 record. They play in 3A. Satellite High School off to a great start, Doug. They are 8-2 and they play in 4A. We'll talk a little bit more about them later. Right now, gonna have to get me a drink of water. Number 2 is up, freshman. Oh, ball coming right at us, right past us. That's like up close right there. Should have brought my glove. This is number 2, freshman Douglas Maldonado. He plays center. He also pitches outfield, batting .200 with 1 home run, and he has scored 5 times. And that's the first strikeout recorded for Allen. So he's got 1 K in the day. Mark that down here.
Yeah, the Rams are a young team.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, a lot of sophomores, juniors, senior, freshmen. And look at there, 2 8th graders. So again, we talked about that. Our combo schools are 7th grade through 12th. They actually go 6th grade through 12th. And right now up to bat, we've got number 10. That is Kalen Wynn. He's a sophomore. His batting average coming in is 154.
And that does give the coach an advantage if he can work with the kids when they're in middle school.
Exactly.
As opposed to 9 through 12.
Right.
They sell Baja last year.
Well, took a full swing. Yep. I'm looking at the schedule for Rutherford. They started off good with the win. They beat Vernon 12-1. They do have 4 losses, but they pulled out a 1-run win against Destin, 11-10. They have lost 2 1-run games, so they've been close in every game except for maybe a couple. But again, we've got 8th graders, 9th graders, 10th graders. So Coach Coffin's got a lot of kids to work with over the next few years.
Sure does. Probably going to be a rebuilding year for him.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Last year, I know I put that down. Let's see how this young man.
Not unless he goes to the portal.
Well,
portal yet.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Last year the Rams were 7-15. So, you know, already they've won 2 games. So they're hopefully the second strikeout of the inning for Allen. And let me look at my thing here. He came in with 16. So for the season, he's got 18 strikeouts. So another 3 up, 3 down for Satellite, getting Rutherford Rams out that inning. So again, middle of 2, Satellite's up 2-0. We've got the Rams visiting from Panama City, Florida, down here on spring break. We talked a little bit earlier about their coach, Pat Coffin, played here at Rockledge, and they're going to be playing Rockledge tomorrow and Coach Clayborne. So, you know, that's got to be pretty cool going up against your old coach.
Yeah, that's got to be exciting for him, you know, to come back to his community,
right?
You know, where he played ball and grew up, and have the opportunity to coach against his old coach. I'm sure Coach Clayborne's not going to let up on him.
What do they say? You're friends before the game and after?
Right.
Yeah,
right,
during
right.
the game, yeah, we're yeah, no.
I do remember the first time when I was at Cocoa High School, I played Gerald Odom, who was a head football coach at Merritt Island, and he did not let up on me either.
Oh, I
had
get it.
coached at Merritt Island with him.
Okay, cool.
So I thought he'd cut me a break. we were really young.
Yeah, no breaks done.
He told me, you got to learn, Doug. You got to learn.
Yeah. I got to give a shout out real quick. I'm not sure if he's still on, you know, as we try to watch the game and watch the iPhone and watch my papers blowing. Shout out to my son. He's a proud member of the United States Air Force, Tech Sergeant, and he might be watching or checked in for a little bit, so very cool. I'm glad to see that. Yeah, God bless him. Appreciate Ethan checking in and seeing how Pops is doing. Again, if you just joined us, it's the bottom of the second. Satellite High is up 2-0. They pushed 2 runs across first inning. Rams had some great plays at shortstop and left field. Had a couple errors in the left field, but again, I don't think that, you know, looking at the flag, now it's blowing in the opposite direction. So again, when you're out here at the beach, only thing you know for sure it's going to be windy. Yeah. Where?
Windy,
no idea.
And chilly.
Windy and chilly. No idea where it's going to be windy. So what do we got? We got, man, I got that. I got my little hoodie with me. I may have to put a recording on. And Brandon Ritter, I'm trying to write down. So he is writing down my lineup. That is third.
He's got 261, 4 RBIs.
Okay. Colton House, looking at my lineup here. Colton House is 6. Lucas Wolby is 7. 8. Up at bat is Gabe Colbert, batting 8th. Parker Caps is 9, and Valdez is 10. MJ Valdez is 10. Okay. So up to bat number 5. He bats 8th. Gabe Colbert batting 261 with 4 ribbies and 3
Foul ball down the left.
Foul ball. 3 triples.
2 and 2,
and he's just a junior. You know, we got a great crowd, and I know it is Little League night, but it's just great to see a lot of people out here. And let's not forget, too, you know, these are young men, these are kids out here, and it's great to see that support. You know, like I mentioned earlier, TJ, Coach Gaudy was talking about how they were, you know, pleased that they're being live streamed. You know, not as pleased as we are to do it, but again, it's great to see that support. Oh, nice cut.
Strikeout there by the Rams.
Yeah, that was a strikeout there. Let me remind myself what the Rams pitcher's name is. Tyler Harry, so he's got 1K.
Gabe struck out, but he went down swinging.
Sure did. Number 22, Parker Caps, up to bat. You know, I think I'm going to tell TJ, maybe by next year they build a dome. You know, for us, you know, my hair's blowing, my papers are blowing. You know, let's get a dome out here. I think the school board would probably authorize that. You know what I mean? I think the key word is little. But listen, they got a nice new track because some of your coaches know how to fundraise. strike. Looks like Tyler Harry, sophomore pitcher, number 3, starting to find his groove. Wow, 2 strikeouts in a row. Man, and he's just a sophomore. You know, we talk about this in a lot of sports. We talk about this in golf, but you look at number 3 out there in the mound. He's not a big guy, but like we talk about the game of golf, it's just the mechanics and got to have a good pitching coach, and he is smoking that ball in there. There's another strike. Up to bat, we've got number 14, and that's shortstop MJ Valdez. Comes in with a 176 batting average, 4 ribbies and 2 doubles. Oh, nice cut. Going to third baseman. He's going to try to pick that up, beat the pitcher off, throw it to first. No, runs it out. Stays there on first. Nice hustle.
Yeah, the pitcher came over. It looked like he barely touched the ball.
Oh, did he? Okay. Maybe threw him off a little.
Threw the third baseman off a little bit, but it was a slow grounder for third base, so I don't think he had a chance.
Kind of like when me and you golf, you kick my ball when I'm not looking, and I wonder how it's 2 inches inside the sod. Yeah, so I know exactly how that third baseman felt.
You got to keep an eye on him.
We got 11 people watching. That's pretty cool. You know, I got to give hats off. I don't know who they are.
Get on, go Jay, get on.
But when I got here today and I was setting up, proud to say that we had several people join Facebook Press Box Overtime, including 2 today, and we are officially at 401 as Satellite steals second. So, again, we're not the biggest. We just love sports. We love what we do. We're passionate about what we do, and certainly want to thank our members for joining as Press Box Overtime has hit the 400 mark. Don't forget, if you're on X, used to be called Twitter, Instagram, YouTube channel, we're on there as well.
Looks like Satellite's batting around again.
Yeah, they are.
Rando flew out to left field. That was a great catch by the Rams in the left field.
They got 2 outs. Rams got 2 outs. Satellite's got a runner on second base. 2 strikeouts by pitcher Harry. Foul. You know, I'm listening to Coach Gaudy here, coaching third base. You know, people that might be new to baseball, they do more than just get a tan standing out there in that box.
They sure did. That's a stressful spot.
Oh, especially third. Yeah.
And one, you got to make sure you don't get hit by the batter.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you got to make sure you get your signs right, and the kids get them.
Johnny Randall up, held back. Nice look. Pitch was a little bit low. Again, we got MJ Valdez standing at second base. We got 2 outs. Bottom of the second, Satellite High School leads the Rams of Rutherford 2-0. Again, up to bat, we've got Johnny Randall, his second time around, trying to bring in Valdez. Keeping him honest, though. So, one of your sons pitched, right?
Aaron?
So, when you see the pitcher trying to, pick off the batter, does that throw off their game at all, any, or are they just used to doing that?
They're used to it. They practice it.
Oh. Because I've watched some of the guys in college and pros, man, they'll throw like 10 times. I'm like, all right, at some point in time, that's got to take a little off. I don't know.
If the base runner's got some wheels on his run,
right.
You got to
make him, make him think twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, up to bat for the second time today. Johnny Randall hits a nice one out to left field. That's going to get past the left fielder. Satellite High School is going to push another one across. He's going to go into second base, and that's the 3rd double we've seen today. Again, that left fielder, I'm hoping he got some sleep on the van today because Coach said they left at 7 o'clock this morning from Panama, but they're giving him a runaround out there. So hats off, though. He got to it quickly and held him to second because if that ball got past him, Randall be standing on third. So
Soder's getting a good workout.
Man, he sure is. Jeez.
He's done a good job out there.
Yeah, he has. Yep, he has.
Great catch in the first inning.
We got up Lucas Wolbury, if I pronounced it right. Again, came into the game batting .357 with 4 ribbies. Let's see. That's going to go out to center field. I don't know. They're looking at it, and it dropped over there. So Satellite pushes another one across. He's trying to come into third base. I think he's going to have it pretty easily. Coach is telling him to slide. And with a triple and an RBI, that's number 7, Lucas Woodbury. If I pronounce it right, it might be Woodbury. I apologize. Hopefully I got Lucas right. But that's 2 more runs that they have pushed across this inning. So Satellite is, they're getting those bats where they need to be.
Coach Gaudy's got his lineup.
What do we got now? We got number 4. So this is Jonathan Wolaver. We've got number 7, Lucas Woodbury on third. All right, so let me look here real quick. 7, Colton House. Well, you know what? Maybe I... Ooh, watch the ball. Nope. Coach, you still got some pretty good reflexes. All right, let me look at you. You got Colton, you got Sousa, Randall, Wolaver, Colbert, Woodbury, Ritter. So I'm sorry, you're right. That's number 7. I'm looking at the lineup. That's number 7 standing on third base, Ritter. Oh, nice, another nice shot down in where else but left field. A long single. Again, that left fielder's playing a good game. He's keeping that ball in front of him best he can. Satellite pushes another one to cross, and at the bottom of the second, they are now up 3-0. So your coach, one of your sons, they pitched. When do you go out there and talk to the pitcher?
Well, probably already been out and talked to him. The Rams are up against a good team.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Oh, another nice shot out to center field. I think, no problem scoring.
Hit by Asher, right center.
Yeah. Coach TJ working the field. That's number 4. Jonathan Wolaver comes in to score.
Now the Rams, they're on spring break. They're down here, and they're playing a few games, so they're going to play Rockledge. So they may be saving, a pitcher for tomorrow night.
Right.
But it's a non-district game, so they can pitch these kids and get them some work.
Right. That was the pitcher, Asher Allen with the double. They got a number 21 out there. I don't have his number in my lineup, but he's pinch running. And again, that's another one they pushed across. So I think they've scored 4 this inning. And if I remember correctly, Coach, remind me, I think the Rams started out with 2 strikeouts.
Yeah,
all this is with 2 outs.
I think the pitcher just needs to settle down a little bit.
Yeah, he does. Yep. And good call, Coach Coffin out there, just letting him know, hey, everybody's behind you, we got you, and just got to get the next out. That's all.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, the season's still young.
Yeah.
These kids are getting some work.
Right. This is senior Colton House up for his second time. Again, he comes in tonight batting .292 with 4 ribbies. We got a player, a pinch runner on second base, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Where else but left field? Another smack. We're going to score another run. They're going to hold him at first. And that is the 5th run across this inning. Hopefully I'll hear the announcer, and even though I'm an ex-math teacher, hopefully I'm counting right. But, they just got to get this one out and get back in the dugout. Just kind of regroup a little bit. But like you said, Coach, they're on spring break. These don't count towards the district. They won 7 games last year. They've already won 2. They're out here. They probably got some family in the stands, and they're just playing some baseball, just kind of, getting a little wind under their sail. Stole second there. That's the second stolen base of the game today. Up for Satellite, that's number 6, Lucas Woodbury. Again, batting .357 with 4 ribbies. And again, they're playing a good team, Satellite. Like I said, Satellite comes in today 8-2. They're 4A.
They're a good hitting team.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're proving that today.
And Lucas is out in the shortstop first time out.
Coach Gaudy out there talking it up. And that's smart. As much as that base runner might know, with everything going on, you got to keep pounding in there what he's going to do and what kind of ball. Let him know it's 2 outs. Here he comes the third. Right. Good play. But again, you got a whole bunch of things going on. You got to keep reminding them.
Well, you got to. Baseball's a mind game. So a lot to it.
Right.
It's like golf. Very complicated game.
Well, now you tell me, after I've been playing for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Very complicated.
Again, standing at third base, I'm sorry. Looks like number 1, Colton House. Up to bat, number 6, Lucas Wobry. I believe the Scorps have pushed across 5 runs. At the bottom of second, they're up 7-0 over the Rams at Rutherford High School. Looks like he's got a lot of, Coach got got about 15 guys on the squad. I don't know. I think they have a JV team. I know a lot of schools, it's tough in any sport sometimes to get a JV squad.
It certainly is nowadays.
Oh, nice shot right over here to third base. Oh, bobbled it a little bit. He's still going to try to make the throw. Ooh, that was close. Oh, they called him safe. Wow. Nice throw, though. That was a good throw. Yeah, even with the bobble, he almost got him out. That was number 18, junior Braden Johnson, playing third base. But yeah, nice follow-up. A lot of guys would have just let that ball drop, and he almost got him. Up to bat now is number 5, Gabe Colbert, coming in tonight. He's a junior, batting .261 with 4 ribbies.
And Gabe struck out the first time. So let's see if he can
call time.
He's going to do now.
Again, bottom of the second. Satellite's got 2 outs, 1 runner on first. They've already pushed 5 across this inning. They lead Rutherford 7-0 at the bottom of 2. And again, the pitcher out there, Harry, first 2 batters he struck out, and after that, they've pushed 5 across. Oh, they picked him off at first. What a play. You don't see that a lot. Nice play by Rutherford. And, that's kind of ending the inning on a high note. Not just getting it out, but picking somebody off. But, again, unless I've calculated wrong, at the end of 2, Satellite leads Rutherford 7-0. All right, Coach, you're in the Rutherford dugout. You gave up 5 runs that inning. You're down by 7. What are you telling them?
I'm just going to tell the kids, we got to settle down.
Right.
We're playing a good team. We're a young team. We're learning.
Right.
So just settle down a little bit. Do the best you can.
Right.
And let's try to get some runs on the board.
I'm going to put the camera back on us. I just want to make sure y'all know we're not IA or anything, that we are really here. And I talked a little bit about Coach Coffin, who was the head coach of Rutherford High School, went to Rockledge High School. He's going to be playing Rockledge High School, his old coach, tomorrow. Greg, I don't mean old as in my age. I mean old that, 10 years ago, whatever that he played. And they won 3 district titles while Coach Coffin was playing at Rockledge. So like Doug and I were talking, that's kind of cool that he's going to go back and play against his coach. Let's talk a little bit about TJ Gaudy, like Greg Clayborne at Rockledge. The only 2 that I know of that are athletic directors and coaches, and they both happen to coach baseball. TJ is a 2003 graduate from Cocoa Beach High School, born right in Rockledge, raised right here in Satellite Beach. Went to Cocoa Beach because his dad is a very famous Mike Gaudy, athletic director, basketball coach up at Cocoa Beach. So like me, even though I was zoned for Cocoa High, my dad taught there, so I went to school where my dad was. His dad, Mike, again, well-known baseball coach and AD at Cocoa Beach. 2007, TJ was All-Space Coast with a .385 batting average, 10 doubles, 4 triples, 2 home runs as an outfielder. 2008, also All-Space Coast with a .374 batting average, 7 doubles, 3 triples, and 5 home runs. He also was a multi-sport player. Like Coach Coffin played golf, TJ played football and basketball. And we'll get back to the second in a minute, but let's go back to the action. We've got the Rams back up, and that's a nice shot. Oh, nice catch by the shortstop. That's number 4. Let me look him up here real quick. Jonathan Wolaver, nice catch. That was a nice swing by the Rams, but again, defensive highlight right there. ESPN, you watching? That might be one of your top 10 today. That was number 18 for the Rams, junior Braden Johnson. Now up, we got number 19, sophomore Devin Langley. batting for the Rams. Again, top of the third. Oh, another hit by pitch. That's the second one today from Allen. So 1 out in the top of the third and 1 on for the Rams. Got a little bit of life in them here. I'm not sure about the second inning, but the third inning, they definitely got somebody on base. So they've got base runners 2 out of the 3 innings. This is the pitcher. He's sophomore Tyler Harry. As a batter, he's got a .071 batting average. But again, he's got 2 strikeouts tonight, 15 for the year. He came in with 13. So here's Tyler Harry, the pitcher, batting second, pass ball. No problem there. Going to go to second base. Again, that's junior Braden Johnson. So you got Johnson on second, and you got Harry up. And we got time going on. I think he's going to he's sending some guys over there to the bullpen. So, Doug, whatever Coach told them, they got a guy on second, got hit by pitch, doesn't matter. He's on base, and got the pitcher up there now, so they got a guy in scoring position. So, again, Rams looking to get on the board here in the top of the third inning.
Yeah, it's important to get something started here, you know. They've got a good team.
Again, Coach Collin there, coaching third base, Rockledge High School graduate. For all of you Rockledge fans, they got a baseball game at home tomorrow. I don't have the time in front of me. They're going to be playing Rutherford and before they make another swing through the state on spring break. I see my buddy Matt's watching. Brandon, our buddy that we met when we did the Cocoa Beach game, trying to steal third, went back to second. Nice stop by the catcher. So we appreciate people watching tonight. It's a beautiful Friday here at the beach.
It sure is.
Man, if this is winter, I hate to see summer. We got mid-80s today. Little high pitch, he walks them. So we got two on for the Rams. 1 hit by pitch, 1 by a walk. And number 9's coming up to bat for Rutherford. And that's junior Javier Giorbolini. He's the one that made the great play at shortstop to end the inning last inning.
Yeah, he was. He hit the second and was out first time out.
Oh, nice pitch. Again, on the mound for Satellite, we've got Allen. Like Harry, he's got 2 strikeouts today. He came in with 16, so he's up to 18. And we'll talk about him in just a second. Again, number 9, Giorbolini. Again, players on first and second. 1 hit by pitch, 1 was a walk. No outs. Top of the third. Satellite leads 7-0.
2 strikes on the bat.
A little high.
2-1.
So when your sons played at Rockledge, they played at the park, right? Across the field at the high school wasn't built in, was it?
No.
No, they played over at that field, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, popped it up. I think it's out of bounds, out of play over there. Got my sports mixed up.
I know the school and the district and Coach Clayborne, they all did a great job of designing that baseball.
They did, yeah.
It used to be an elementary school.
Yes, it was. Yes.
So, great job. Beautiful facility.
My first job ever was summer rec at Rockledge Elementary School, right over there by that elementary school there. All right, if he hits another foul ball this way, I'm not going to call his name anymore.
Starting to say I'm going to jump under the table. You don't think that's gonna happen.
Hey, listen, you're my friend. I'm going to back you the whole way, and I mean, I'm going to be in back of you. So just letting you know there, brother, you're bigger than me. You could probably take a hit better than I can.
Yeah, I should have got nice. First. I would have got taken your seat.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh, the only announcers on the Space Coast that might get injured during a game. Oh my goodness! But I got a pretty good medical plan, so I'm okay with that. All right, we got 2 strikes, we got no outs, we got 2 runners on, we got the top of the third. Oh, nice shot up there. Looks like that's going to be to the first baseman. Oh, a little bit of trouble. It bounces. Can the runners get to base in time? They got him out at second, but moved the runner to third.
There again, I think that sun played a
yeah, I think so, because I'm looking over. It's still, yeah, it's a little hazy, but no, it's still. And realistically, the runner on first, he didn't really have any option. I mean, it was right whether he was pretty much going to be out either way. So certainly no fault of his. So we got one out, runners on the corners, Satellite up 7-0, top of the third. Rutherford's got, as we used to say when I played softball, duck on the pond here at third base that they want to try to get to score. Oh, there you go, trying to return the favor since the Rams threw out one of their players at first base. Seen a lot of left-handed hitters too for man.
Both teams.
Yeah, exactly. We got a left-handed pitcher too, in Allen. Oh, nice swing. Where did that go? That went out there. Center fielder got it. That was a third out. So, the Rams didn't push any across, but that's a good inning. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
They got guys on.
Yeah, they're making something happen.
Right, yeah.
Runners on base, in scoring position.
Yep.
So they're certainly making things happen.
And again, that's all you can ask for. I remember when I was helping coach as an assistant the Satellite High School girls lacrosse team here, and Vieira was actually the first team that started lacrosse, and so they had a leg up on us, and they had a good team. First year we played, we were a club. It was still a club sport. And we had a pretty good team, but I think we didn't go play Vieira. We saw the name written on their jersey, and we just, somehow the girls felt, okay, they're better than us. Anyway, at the halftime, we were down, I think it was 9-1. So we had a little talk, and I don't know if you know this or not, dog, I like to talk.
Yeah, I've noticed.
And I said, listen, the only reason they're beating you is because what they have on their jersey. If they had any other name on their jersey, you would be winning. So let's do me a favor, win or lose, and you taught the same way too. I'm not worried about the scoreboard.
Right.
If you play your best, that's going to take care of themselves. We ended up losing by 1. And they came back and we beat them like, 13 or something to 4 in the second half. And that point on, I don't think Vieira ever beat us again while I coached. And one of the girls even told my daughter, when did y'all get so good? Because they got that out of their mindset that Vieira, if they're better, let them prove it, and that's what I think these coaches, you got to talk to your kids, because I don't care what sport it is, from the neck up, it's 90% of the game.
Well, I tell my players, I say, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to believe
Exactly,
in you.
right.
So I believe the kids, sometimes they get intimidated
Right.
by a successful program.
Yes,
But
yes.
they keep their pants on the same way.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's it.
Your girls wore skirts.
Yeah. My girl's not me. I don't want people watching. Luckily, that you're looking at me. Just for those of you watching, we're talking about our daughters here. I don't want to. Hey, listen, I got to tell you, I see Clara Cook watching.
Clara Cook, yeah, I think that's my sister.
Okay, all right. The one up in very good.
Well,
so
she lives in Rockledge now.
Lives in Rockledge. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Well, we appreciate
Seminole
that.
fan.
Yeah, good. Well, that's
Florida
okay.
State.
I'm going to hold that against her, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, we certainly do appreciate everybody watching today. And again, we're having a good time and watching some great high school varsity baseball. Up to bat, we got number 5, the catcher, Gabe Colbert. He's just a junior. Again, came in with a .261 batting average.
You're talking about my sister Clara there. She was a heck of a softball player.
Okay, all right, good.
Great softball player.
Oh, nice shot down to the third. Oh, it just went right below.
Fair ball.
He's going to try to go to second. Outfielder's going to have a play. Nope. Nice play by the left fielder. Held him at first base. That easily could have been a second, a 2-bagger, but held him at first.
Great hit right down the line.
That was a nice hit. Yep, it sure was. And again, no bounce whatsoever. And third baseman did a great job getting down, but unless you fell on it, you're not going to get that ball.
With this grass infield, it should slow the ball down a little bit. The grass hadn't been cut.
Right.
So it should slow that ball down.
Gotcha. Number 22 up to bat, Parker Caps. Nice pitch by Harry.
Parker struck out the first time.
Okay. Yeah, both Harry and Allen, the 2 pitchers tonight, both have 2 strikeouts. Harry came in with 13, and Allen for Satellite came in with 16. If you hear those kids behind us, they're waiting for a foul ball. They want that ice cream sandwich, Coach.
I'll buy it off you.
Yeah, exactly. Kid, I'll give you $1 for that ball. I'm hungry. I want an ice cream
I
sandwich.
haven't had an ice cream sandwich in a while.
No, you know what? My wife takes care of me. She looks at that Publix ad. They had what was it, Heath bars or some kind of ice cream BOGO. She asked me what flavor. This ball is coming right towards us, foul ball. And so the Harrises are known for their enjoyment of ice cream. I'm just going to tell you.
I'm the same way. I'm absolutely the same way. It should be. Gotta go somewhere.
Yeah. Between my mom and myself, we enjoy our ice cream, and my favorite brand is BOGO. So if there's a BOGO,
Yes,
I'm gonna get that.
Briar's BOGO.
Oh, went past the first baseman, tried to pick him off. I think coach is gonna bring him all the way over here to third. Yes, he is. He's holding him up. Yep. Yeah, that's one of the tough things, trying to get that pitch off. Coach Clayborne's checking in. Again, we appreciate everybody watching. I know there's a lot of things. We got college basketball. We got conference championships. We got March Madness coming up next week. So we appreciate you taking, got golf. That's exactly the TPC. One of probably the most legendary holes, the 17th, that par 3. But we appreciate people taking a little bit of their time on this lovely Friday night to listen to Doug Cook and I, Bill Maharis, coming to you live from Press Box Overtime that just hit the 400 member mark today. So that's a pretty cool thing. So we appreciate that. Yep.
Get it to this point, Bill.
All right, we got number 22, Parker Caps up. We got number 10, Noah Hogue here on. That's a pop-up. That's foul. That's so there. Let me see. It stayed in play. No ice cream sandwich. So, those that haven't watched us before, back in the day, when I was a kid, you were a kid, I vaguely remember those days. If there was a foul ball and you took it to the concessions, you got something. Yeah, you got snow cone, ice cream, whatever it was. So that's why nice strikeout by Harry. That's his third of the day.
Yeah, we used to fight over those.
Exactly. Yeah. And so that's where we come up with the ice cream sandwiches that, back in the day. Well, you remember, back up at Cocoa, they'd have those July 4th softball tournaments. Remember those guys would come in?
Yeah.
Man, they'd be playing till midnight. Those were awesome. I know my wife, Linda, her dad, God bless him, he'd go out there, Mr. Bourgeois, he'd go out there and watch those games. Steve Courtney, Vince Courtney, and other buddies of mine, Kevin Courtney, their dad would go out there and watch those games. So,
I remember that softball was huge.
Oh, they had huge turnout. I think they called it the fire. You know what? I think so, but not what it used to be. Because I remember the teams. When I played softball in Gainesville, we actually played a game against Gainesville Tire, which was one of the top teams. All I did in left field, just watch that ball go over the field. I don't think I had a ball come to me.
Slow pitch, right?
It was slow pitch, yeah. Ray's Tires. There was a couple teams. You probably remember Boog Powell, first base at Baltimore Orioles. He played. A lot of those guys played after. And again, so I think it's still as big, but that firecracker tournament up at Cocoa on July 4th weekend was crazy. Oh, nice shot. That went all the way out there. That went in between the left fielder and center fielder. Satellite's going to push one across. TJ is talking to the player. He told him to stay at second base. That's another ribby. And at the bottom of the third, Satellite goes up by 8 runs.
Double the left field.
That was a nice shot by Jonathan Wolaver. So, and who we got up now? We got number 3, center fielder Johnny Randall. I was talking a little bit earlier, and I wanted to run this by you. Looking at the pitcher for Satellite, find him here, Asher Allen. So he's 1-1 with 16 strikeouts. Now he's got 18 because he's got 2 tonight as we have a timeout on the field, and he's batting .407. I had a good friend that played for Cocoa High School, was a left-handed pitcher, also one of the better hitters. Larry Mikesell went on to play at University of Florida, won a conference championship. Was in the New York Yankee Farm League, made it to AAA before had an injury to his arm. But I remember growing up, though I didn't play, a lot of your best hitters and best athletes were your pitchers.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, then you get to college, and I guess you got to make a decision. Unless you're the gentleman out there for the Dodgers that hits 500 and strikes everybody out. And Ash Allen is certainly one of those with his batting. Rams are making a pitching change. They've got number 18 going in, Braden Johnson, who was a new pitcher. Tyler Harry leads with 2 strikeouts and 8 runs against him. But yeah,
when you have a great athlete like that,
right,
can play 2
right,
positions. You're very fortunate as a coach. And in high school, you got to play them. You got to let them hit and pitch as well.
Right. I think we got Kevin Allen watching. I'm not sure if that might be Asher's dad or relative, but again, we're talking about him and looking at his stats. 1-1 with 16 strikeouts and the second top batting average for Satellite at .407 with 8 ribbies, 3 doubles, 5 stolen bases. So, but you're right. Some of those guys that are pitchers are your best athletes. Same thing as in Little League. And then as they get to college, unless you're just one of these freaks of nature, like Ohante is, you got to go one way or another. But yeah, again, Allen just a beast on the mound and at bat. So hats off to him.
But like I said, they're very fortunate. Gaudy's fortunate to have an athlete like that.
I'm going to go back real quick. We talked a little bit about TJ Gaudy after he played at Cocoa Beach. He actually went to BCC, played for the famous coach Ernie Rossier, if I'm pronouncing his name right. Yeah.
Rosso.
What is it?
Ernie Rosso.
Rosso.
Yep.
Batted 285 and 327 those 2 years that he played there. And then he went to UNF and played. As a senior, he led the team with 7 stolen bases and 3 triples, tied for 3rd in the conference with 34 RBIs. And he led the conference in sacrifice bunts with 14, where he ranked 3rd in the conference. So again, 2 local products, both played college ball, now pretty much giving back to the community as high school coaches. So pretty cool thing to see.
Yeah, Coach Gaudy comes from an athletic family.
Absolutely.
Johnny Randall was the bat.
What is that?
He had a double to left field.
So he raised his batting average. He came in with 250, got a double. He's a senior. We got a runner at second. I don't know if Satellite's got any outs. I cannot remember. They heard that we were coming, so they're testing our memory with the scoreboard off. So
As we age, our memory kind of fades us.
yeah, I'm not really sure. Ooh, he might have been able to get him back there at second.
Johnny flew out the first time and had a double left field the second time.
All right. So he's batting 500 today. He might have raised that 250 overall up a little bit. Coach Gaudy there coaching all the time. I know when I played softball, if I wasn't playing, they had me coach the bases. And I always said, I'll coach first. There's not too much to coach in third, though. That's, there's a little pressure there to run, score or not. Oh, watch, yeah. All right, so again, we got a runner on second. Got a nice little lead. Pitch goes in. Foul tip.
You need to go back over there. We're broadcasting over here on the radio.
Coach Gaudy's in his 6th year as both the head coach and athletic director here at Satellite High School. And Coach Coffin is in his 3rd year as head coach at Rutherford High School, located in Panama City. Bottom of the 3rd, Satellite leads 8-0. They got a runner on second. I don't believe they have any outs. They've already pushed one across this inning. Pop fly out of here. Fans, if you're looking for something to do and you live here locally, again, we got beach volleyball going on right out past the fence. And Coach Butler, one of the top coaches of track in the country, has got an invitational track meet tonight. So if you got nothing to do, come on out here. We still got a few innings to go in this game and support the Satellite High School student athletes.
Got a balk here.
Got a balk.
Pitcher. coach is going to give some clarification here.
So I'm still fuzzy on that. What does he make a motion to home and then stop, or what?
Yeah, I mean, there's several different ways that you can ball, and I think he made a motion because home and then came back. Yeah.
Okay.
So can't do that.
Oh, comes back with the strike. How about that? First batter, maybe he's faced. That's a strikeout. And that is number 18, junior, Braden Johnson. Got a strikeout. That's the third strikeout. Fourth strikeout for the Rams tonight. Satellite Allen, he's got 2, I do believe. Check my note. So he's got 3. Nope, he's got 2. Okay.
Yeah, Brandon Rutherford. Again, number 7. Got a triple to right center last time up, and then a double left.
Man. Well, he came in at 419. He's moved that up a little bit. 9 ribbies, 13 hits. He's a junior, so he's coming back next year for Coach Gaudy.
Yeah, there's one that said looks like he's been in the weight room. I think so with that batting average.
Yeah, listen, as you and I know, anything over 300, as the higher up you go, but 400, that's pretty amazing.
That is amazing.
Oh, nice shot. Foul ball. I know the one infamous year I played tennis at BCC, I was not on the starting squad, I think I had a 3-3 record. I won all my home matches, lost my away match. Must have been just that comfort of being in Cocoa, Florida. And both years, the one year I played, we had some small colleges come down and play us during spring break. So again, who wouldn't want to come down right now and play, right? Especially, I think that school was from Ohio, so.
Well, like I said, that assistant principal, so we had a lot of northern teams come down.
Okay, cool.
I'm talking about, Massachusetts,
wow,
New Hampshire. Those teams would come down and get out of the snow and play some games.
I got my buddy Matt. If there's anybody I lean on for sports information, he's one of our top. We got a little hit going to third base. He's going to try to throw him out. It's a long throw to first. He reaches. Oh, his foot came off. Yes. It's all right. It was a great throw, but his foot did come off. Satellite pushes another one across the plate. They now lead by 9 in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, that was a tough throw there.
That was a good throw. I mean, that's a great throw, but, pulled him off the bag just a little bit. That's another run across the plate. Actually, I think that gives Satellite 11.
For Jonathan Woolhaven, he was single to left field last time. The first time I double left field.
Okay.
Scorpions are doing great at the plate tonight.
Yeah, they are. They're again, they're 8-2. The only teams that they have lost to this year are 2 of the top teams in the county. I believe the top team, I think it's safe to say, is Rockledge. Rockledge is 11-0, and they defeated the Scorpions 6-1. And then Vieira, who is 6-3, they had a close game against the Scorps, but Satellite came up a little short in that one, 3-0. But again, Satellite comes in 8-2. They are ranked 65th in the state overall. They're ranked number 6 in 4A and number 12 in Metro Orlando. So again, he's got a top 10 team here in the classification. So that's a good team that Rutherford came in to play.
Having a young team play this type of team, it's
right.
Not easy.
No, it's not. And I think we talked about they got a couple of 8th graders on the team. So again, hopefully they'll come down next year or the year after and see how they've done with a couple of years underneath their belt.
Yeah, when you've got a young team like that, you can develop them. You're going to take your knocks.
Sure.
But later down the road, you can come back and get a little revenge.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yep. And you did mention it earlier, and we could do a whole show with the portal and all that. Hopefully the kids stay and want to build a program instead of chasing the ring. no matter who has it. How about making your own ring? You know.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that many times.
Yep.
You know, staying in your community and your school, staying there and playing for
Little
that
high.
team, that means a lot, I think.
Yeah. All right, so we got a runner on first. I believe there's one out, and we are in the bottom of the third. They've pushed 2 runs across. I've got the score as 11-0 with Satellite ahead. Again, 1 out, runner on first. And up to bat is number 4, Jonathan Wolaver.
Turn the lights on here.
Yeah, I know. I see that grill smoke blowing across the breeze there, getting all those people. And again, that flag is in another. That wind has changed at least 3 times since we've been here. So
the best cook here and the best
I'm telling you,
hamburgers,
man,
hot dogs here.
they do.
So, this guy's been here for years.
Is that right?
I can't remember his name.
But you remember the food.
Yeah, he's been cooking here for a long time.
Very cool.
And you know, these hamburgers that he cooks, they're quarter pounders. Man.
You're not getting cheated.
Yeah.
Going back to my buddy Matt, he reminds me the Florida Gators got Jack Coglione, if I pronounced it right, for the Gators. He's one of the top pitchers and top hitters on the team, and one of the top pitchers I think in the country that's going to get drafted. So again, you still got some guys at the college level that banging on the mound and banging at the plate. So thanks for reminding that, Matt. Matt's a Hurricane fan. We still get along. We still, you know, we post each other's. So I appreciate him pointing that out to me.
I think our Gators open up with the Hurricanes.
Well, ball got past first on a throwback. Well, I tell you, our Gators, we took 2 or 3 from Miami. Florida State beat us. I think it's the first time they've beaten us after losing 5 in a row. And then UCF beat the Gators for their 5th victory in a row over the Gators. So, you know, listen, let's face it, it's not just football at the college level that Florida's got some great athletes. So,
and with the transfer portal,
right.
the NIL, you know, you've got to balance out. The talent is going to balance
right.
out.
All right, we got a runner on second. We're at the bottom of the third. If you just joined us, Satellite's up by 11. Oh, a little high pitch.
Hit by pitch.
Oh, it did hit it. Got off of his helmet. Hit by pitch. That's about the third one we've seen tonight. So Satellite now has runners at first and second. I believe there is one out. And it's top of the third. So, Coach, I know you know this name. I'm looking up here at the screen a little bit, and we've got Barbara Kaywood, one of the iconic reporters here in Brevard County in the state, as far as I'm concerned.
She was the best. I love Barbara Kaywood. So does everybody else.
Exactly, and she participates in the press box, and we thank you for watching. Again, just sitting here on a beautiful Friday evening, enjoying some high school varsity baseball. There's a shot. Just over the shortstop's head. Gaudy is sending him in, keeping him at first and second. And that's an RBI from, we were just talking about that young man, Asher Allen, again, on the mound and at the plate. And that pushes another run over this inning. That's 3 runs for this inning, and I've got the score. Satellite leads by 12.
Yeah, Barbara Kaywood, we made her an honorary Tiger.
Oh, did you really?
When I coached football.
Oh, very cool.
Coco. She was one of our biggest fans.
Very cool.
She covered us.
Yeah.
She did a wonderful job of
yep.
covering all sports.
Sure did.
Back in our days. And just the best.
Yeah. We're glad that she's watching.
Today.
You know, and you know, I still have a good friend, Brian McCallum, that writes for the paper. It's just not what it used to be. Everything's electronic. I can remember,
Exactly.
You know, when I was announcing at Rockledge, they'd be up there, you know, on their laptop doing the story. So when the game ended, the story was done, and it was in the paper the next day. And we've just, I don't know about you, Coach. I like having that newspaper by hand. I like reading that. And we kind of lost, you know, back in the day after the Cocoa game, we'd go home and we'd call the newspaper to get the scores.
Right.
You know.
Other team.
Yes. And say, hey, how did Rockledge do tonight? How did Cocoa Beach do tonight? So, you know,
Age just
it's just not the same. But
We got number 1 Colton House up. He had a single to the left field last time up.
he's a senior. Pass ball moves the runners to second and third.
Yeah, we would stay up late. I mean, for the newspaper.
Exactly.
Run out and get the newspaper. And it was thick.
Yep, yep.
Had all
So let me think here. We call the paper for scores. We call some number for the movie times, right? We call for the weather. You know,
Right.
I mean, pretty much, you know. And that was before cell phones. But like I said, we somehow kept up with everything before the electronic age took over. A little high, looked like. Again, number 1, Colton House. He comes in with a 292. He's also a senior. And I think we talked about this earlier. Coach Gaudy's wife also works here at Satellite. So, again, a educational family with 2 in the system. So that's pretty cool. I think she's...
Dad and mom both.
Yeah, dad and mom, exactly.
Teacher and
Yep. My dad was a teacher, so some of those things just kind of get you. It took me 20 years, though, to follow in his footsteps. I was in my 40s before I started teaching, but...
Well, it's a great profession.
It
you know,
is.
It's just so rewarding.
Yeah.
You don't get rich doing it, but...
No,
certainly
you
help
know,
out
but
kids.
look, me and you did here we are sitting here on a Friday evening. You know, both me and you work a little part-time, get to visit our kids. So, and my parents, my mom worked at VCC, so they both got their little pensions, and, you know, it afforded them a great career or a great lifestyle after they both retired.
Yeah, like I said, I'm playing a lot of golf,
Yep.
chasing the ball around.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, if it was cost per stroke, I'm playing real cheap right now because I'm getting my strokes in.
Yeah, we get our money for sure.
All right, so at the plate again, we got Colton House come in tonight, batting 292. He's a senior. We got runners on second and third. I think there's just 1 out this inning. Doug won't stop talking, so I can't make my notes like I normally do. Oh, all right. So I guess they had 3 outs. Okay, so that's another strikeout. So that young man who came in to pitch, Braden Johnson, he's also got 2 strikeouts. But I've got, you look at my notes here, I've got 3 coming across this inning. So I've got the Scorps up 12-0 after 3. So is that what you got? So, you know, one thing let me go back here. I think we talked a little bit about both coaches, both schools. Satellite High opened in '62. I mentioned they had 17 championships up to 08. 1986, they won the baseball title. Both schools enrollment at Rutherford's about 1,400. But remember, they're 6th grade through 12th. Here at here at Satellite, I'm thinking about the Astronauts. They're a little bit over 1,900. 9th grade through 12th grade. And this is what's interesting, too, as far as correlation. I mentioned earlier that students from Tyndall Air Force Base attend Rutherford High School. Well, as you know, right here, we've got Patrick Air Force Base, and those students come to high school here at Satellite. So I want to get hats out to the principal. You and I both know, great athlete, played soccer in the area. Courtney Lundy is the new principal here. And, of course, the 8th athletic director and baseball coach is TJ Gaudy. Let me flip this camera around a little bit.
You were talking about, we're just very fortunate to live on the Space Coast.
Yeah, we are.
We have SpaceX rockets are going off maybe 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, back in the day, I used to run out when the shuttle would go off.
Oh, yeah.
But now I don't even run out. Okay, another rocket went off. But the night launch, the last one I saw was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, well, like I mentioned, you know, you worked here at Satellite while I worked at Delora for 6 years. And if there was a shuttle going off, we had a fire drill that day.
Right.
I made sure everybody was outside so that we could watch that. And then I'd go outside. My son was telling me last week, the C-130s, whatever these huge planes are that just kind of swooping over, and I'd come out and just get mesmerized, watching
cool.
that.
You know, we play golf at Patrick Spaceport now.
Yeah.
They fly in and out of there, So,
I know.
And
So
choppers.
cool. Yeah.
And the other day they were jumping, parachuting.
We saw them one day when we were
the
golfing.
water.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to mention something else. Tonight was Little League Night, Beachside Little League. So I want to give a shout out to Beachside Little League and tell you a little bit about them. League president is Derek Williams. They've got about 320 kids participating in the Little League. 22 baseball teams, 8 softball teams. So young ladies, again, there's opportunities for you as well. I want to give a shout out to the league vice president, Chris Martin. He has been the league player agent for the past 14 years. Chris actually played for Coach Rich Coleman here at Satellite High School. Did you know Rich Coleman?
Yes,
okay.
very well.
All right.
Very well.
And his son, Caden, played here at Satellite for 4 years for Coach Gaudy. So the Martin family are staples in the Beachside Little League community. But again, hats off to President Derek Williams and Vice President Chris Martin. Thanks for bringing your kids out today. Looked like they had a great time. And again, just a wonderful event for the high school, Coach Gaudy, to connect to the Little League. And it was a joy for us to watch that. So again, Beachside Little League Night here at Satellite High School on a beautiful Friday evening. All right, let's go back. We got the pictures out there.
Yeah, it's great to see the little ones out here. My grandson, he's getting ready to start T-ball.
Oh, there you go.
I'm looking forward to that. My granddaughter's playing softball now.
Okay,
We went
very
over to
cool.
Tampa to see her
Very
play,
cool.
last weekend.
You know, my wife posted on there talking about education. Like she said, you don't get rich financially, but you do spiritually. And, you know, by coaching or by teaching. And like I said, and you told me the same thing. I ran into a young lady who's now a teacher here back in Brevard. We talked a little bit about people that go away to school and come back. And I saw her at the Greek festival, OPA, and said hello, gave me a hug. And it's just, you don't ever get too old for that, Coach.
Yeah, like your wife said, Linda, your beautiful wife, she is so correct that you get blessed by teaching. And if you can work with teenagers all day long, I think you should get a front seat in heaven
Well,
for that.
I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to go one step farther. I worked 15 years with middle school, so let's just.
absolutely.
All right, great bunch. Just middle school is a crossroads between elementary, and they're not sure whether to take a right or. We put the roundabout in front of them, and they're not sure how to navigate that.
I got to say that, middle school is a lot more difficult than high school.
All right, number 21, A.J. Jones. He's a senior. Batting average coming in tonight, 250 with 7 runs. If you just joined us, we're at the top of the 4th. Hometown Satellite is up by 12 over the visiting Rams from Rutherford High School out of Panama City. Down here on spring break, Coach Pat Coffin, Rockledge High graduate, and they're playing Rockledge High tomorrow against his coach, Coach Clayborne, so pretty cool. That's another strikeout by Allen. Let me look at my notes here. I believe that's his third. Yeah, that's his third strikeout for the game. So he came in at 16. He's sitting right there at 19 right now. Again, Satellite comes into tonight's game 8-2, ranked number 6 in 4A, ranked number 65 out of all high schools at 8-2. Coach Gaudy in his 6th year. The Rams are Rutherford. Coach Coffin is in his third year, and they come in at 2-4, finished 7-15 last year. Last year, the Scorpions finished 15-8, runners up in the district to Merritt Island, and then lost in the first round of the playoffs. But
you got number 14, Alex Baker. The last time he popped up to the catcher.
Okay. Hitting over towards, hitting a little betweener there. A little bit of mix-up, and he's on first base. That's number 14, Alex Baker.
Good hustle there by
That sure was. Sure was. Pitcher and second baseman got maybe a little bit confused on what was going on. But, you know, it's funny. I watch these college games and even watch some pro games. And as much as you preach, call for it, I watch the ball drop all the time.
Right.
You know, as much as you preach, call for it. Luckily, all those years that I played outfield for slow pitch softball, never bumped into anybody because that was always a fear. Let me tell you, if it's me and you butting heads or that ball dropping, that ball's touching grass. That's all I got to say. Oh, pop up out of play.
Number 2.
This is Douglas Maldonado. He's a freshman. He's already got 1 home run off his belt this year, batting 200 with 5 runs.
Freshman, he's
a
struck out first time up, but be scared to death up there.
Oh my gosh, I'm not against this against this pitcher. Holy criminy!
I would be scared to death.
I'm just taking four. I'm taking three pitches. Again, tonight, beautiful night. I don't know if they're still playing, but we had beach volleyball going on. Coach Butler's got an invitational going on behind us tonight. Track under the lights. So you got to remember, Friday night under the lights isn't just football. We're playing under the lights all year long, Coach.
Yeah, I just love seeing kids get involved in sports, or band, or activities.
Yep.
Outside of the classroom. It's so good.
You know, and we talk about sports a lot, but I don't care what it is, whether it's music, theater, clubs, robotics, Legos. That's the high school experience isn't just 7 hours a day, 7 classes. You've got to get it, because you know as well as I do, when you come back for those reunions, those guys you played with, those people, those are your best, those are your friends for life.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you gotta have that connection.
Yeah.
And you know, luckily I play a little tennis, and my sister did, my wife did, in a few clubs. All of our kids all played sports, even at the college level. And that, you know, when you talk about well-rounded, that's what makes you well-rounded.
Now, did Linda beat you? Was she able to beat you?
Let me see if she's still watching. Yes, she did, Doug. But I got to tell you a funny story. A lot of people know this. We actually met on the BCC tennis courts.
Really?
Out there when I first started picking up a racket. So if I didn't play tennis, Linda wouldn't be as lucky. I mean, I wouldn't have met my wife if it.
So was that love at first add-in?
Yeah, it might have. Yeah. And let me just get a moment. Little shout out. Happy birthday. She's going to have a birthday on Monday the 18th. So
22 or 23?
23. I hope she doesn't mind me lying and saying that she's 23, not 22. But happy birthday to my lovely wife, Linda, this coming Monday. So.
I'm to the point now where I don't celebrate birthdays. My birthdays anymore.
I got to get my, what was that, abacus out to move the beads across to figure out my age. Ooh, another hit. That's about the 4th one we saw tonight. All right, so Rutherford has loaded the bases. I don't believe there's any outs. We've got number 18 coming up to bat. This is junior Braden Johnson, who came in as pitcher. Little powwow on the mound out there.
I don't believe he started third base.
Well, okay, Doug, I got to, you know, the Press Box Overtime is a public group. Everybody and their brother can watch. Linda happily states no love at first sight. So, I know. All right. So because of that, Linda, I'm going to post your real age. So we're.
Well, she had that like something about it. You had to be
you know what?
I
think
backhand tennis,
listen,
or maybe you serve. I don't know. It had to be something.
I like to say it might have been my hair. I had some pretty good hair back then, Doug.
You did.
I did. You look at those old pictures. You know, I don't know what happened to it, but it went one direction. I went to another.
Probably your hair. You've been a good-looking young man back then.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I had a little bit of hair back then.
Yeah, no, I've seen your old pictures. You know, you were styling and profiling as Ric Flair would say. All right, we got bases loaded. We are at top of the 4th. Satellite is up by 12. We've got number 18, Braden Johnson, who just went in last inning as a pitcher and got 2 strikeouts, actually. And here he is up at the plate. I don't believe there's any outs. He comes in with a .091 batting average, so I don't think he's hit much. And again, the Rams looking to put something across the plate. They got the bases loaded. Coach Coffin there talking it up at third baseline. And it'd be nice to see him score, Coach.
Yeah, it would be. I'd like to see him get a couple of runs in and make a ball game out of it. So, you know, it's still early.
Yeah, it is.
Ball 2-1, I believe.
I'm gonna grab my battery pack, my iPhone. You know, I'll go over a little bit how much you and I have grown as commentators over the past couple years. Remembering our first game here. Oh, that's a nice shot there. Shortstop, he's going to try to turn 2. One's going to score, and he did turn 2. All right, I guess they did have an out, and that's it. No scoring for the Rams. That is tough. So Satellite did have an out already this inning. I missed that, and unfortunately lost their opportunity to score.
That was a good hit.
Yeah, that was a nice hit. You know, again, they've made contact today. There's nothing, you know, they're not taking anything for granted. So tell me, Doug, you know, you still, you know, young fella you are, you still got one playing sports. Tell me a little bit about your daughter.
I got Kaylin, my daughter Kaylin. She's on a scholarship to State College of Florida in Bradenton.
All right.
And they're in their beach volleyball season now.
Oh, wow.
So she's going to graduate there as a sophomore.
Very cool.
In May, and she's going to be moving on to Manchester University in New Hampshire.
England?
No,
New Hampshire. Okay. All right. I thought she was crossing the pond. Good.
She'll be 10 minutes away from my son.
I was going to say.
Working at Harris Corporation.
Good for him. Awesome.
So, my daddy may have to move up there.
Cooks are taking over
Yeah.
the northeastern segment. Good for him. Good for her. Awesome.
She's 6'1", and
Jeez.
really a good player.
Oh, I've watched her. Yeah. Are they still in the beach season now?
They're in beach
volleyball.
season
Okay.
right now. They just started it. Maybe played 4 games so far.
Okay. Awesome. Very cool.
Now, that beach volleyball, that's a tough game. You got a lot of ground to cover. You
Man.
just have 2 people playing, and it's a very challenging game.
Yeah, I probably get sand in my hair, so I'm not sure if I don't know.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
Not unless I put a whole bunch of gel in it, make that sand stick as if it looks like I'm picking something up.
Maybe we could get a hair transplant. Do those actually work?
You know what? I got to tell you, as much as I'm going to just go out on the vain limb right here. I miss my hair, but I promised my wife I'm not going to paint it, grow it, replant it. If you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. No comb over, and it's just
figure at my age,
I'm going to age gracefully.
I've got 5 kids. I'm married. Nobody's going to look at me anyway. So
right. Yeah.
Why worry about your hair?
You mean Candy hasn't said, "Hey, Doug, those women over there checking you out. I'm going to go over there and have a little talk with them."
She keeps me locked up in the house. You know, I go to the golf course and back home. That's it. So, but I do go to Dollar Tree occasionally.
Okay.
That's one of my
All
favorite
right.
stores.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Breaking news was the Dollar Tree and Family Dollar closing 1,000 stores. You know, I saw a thing on Facebook. There was a sign that somebody said, "Stop now because the next Dollar General is not for another quarter of a mile." And you and me travel a lot. When you go through these small towns,
Right.
they got one on every corner.
Every corner. Now, Dollar Tree, everything's $1.25.
Yeah, they got to change their name. The tree has grown a little bit.
Yeah. So it was $1.
It was $1.
Everything's $1.25.
Yeah.
Unlike the other Dollar Tree.
No, the other one that's not.
A little more expensive, but good bargains there. Too.
Right. In case you just joined us, it's the bottom of the 4th. Doug and I coming to you live on Press Box Overtime. Again, much appreciate to the. We had 2 members join today, actually, to push Press Box Overtime over the 400 mark. Again, we're not the biggest. We just love sports. We have a fun time doing it, so I appreciate all the new members. I'm on Twitter also, Press Box Overtime. We got about 450. Press Box is also on Instagram, YouTube channel. So either I picked a good name or I picked a name nobody else wanted because it was available. There's a nice shot by number 13. He's backing him up. Oh, just a little bit over the center field. He bounces it off the fence. He's going to make a double out of it. Slides into second base. And that is number 12. 13, Matt Clark. He's a senior. I don't have any stats on him, so could be that coach is kind of bringing some players out that haven't got a lot of play under their belt, so hats off to him. And again, I got to give kudos to the center fielder. He played that ball well. That could have been a triple easily. So hats off to the Rams center fielder for keeping Matt Clark at second base. So again, bottom of the 4th here in beautiful Satellite Beach. Scorps lead the Rams by 12. No outs. Runner on second. Matt Clark.
Ian
McVitie?
This is his first time.
All right,
too,
good.
So I think he's coming in.
Good.
Maybe DHing for somebody.
Yeah, good for, again, you know, this is an opportunity for Coach Gaudy to bring some other players in, and he's taking advantage of that.
That's good. I'm glad to see that. And the parents like that as well.
Yeah. Oh, nice swing, nice cut. And again, the Rams, you know, I'm sure it's great coming out here to Brevard, coming back home. I met Coach Coffin's dad, and, you know, this is the number 6 ranked team in 4A. So they didn't come down here just to, you know, they came down here because, again, when they get, if they get into district play, these are the kind of games that are going to help them because they're going to see these teams.
Yeah, you know, the better competition you play, the better you're going to be.
Right.
You're going to develop into a better team if you play good competition. So,
Right.
It's a good experience for the Rams.
Yeah. Again, bottom of the 4th here in beautiful Satellite Beach. You're just an e-bike ride away from here, aren't you?
I'm about 10 minutes. Yeah. I'm on my e-bike tonight.
There you are. Yes, you are.
Loving it.
Little cut there, little cut there. Coach Gaudy still out there coaching. You know, that's one thing I noticed about both these coaches. No matter what the score is, what inning, they're coaching as passionately as they were the first inning, which is great to see from 2 young coaches who are homegrown products of Brevard County. That's Brandon Johnson, new pitcher out there. This is his 2nd inning pitching. He's already got 2 strikeouts.
Max Clark on second, number 13. I have to hit a double to center field.
Yep. Again, they've had some deep balls. They've hit some balls underneath those out, and those outfielders are playing deep. And again, nice play by the center fielder for the Rams because that could have easily been a triple, but he played that ball perfectly off the fence and held him to a double. Still got a nice, good crowd out here tonight, enjoying a beautiful Friday evening. Again, it's Beachside Little League Night. They've got about 220 kids, both baseball and softball. It was great to see them out here tonight running around.
Sure, they're just running around having a good time.
They are, yeah.
It's all about that.
That's right. Now that they've met the players, let's go run around out there, right, outside the fence.
They won't watch it anyway.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly.
That's the way we used to be.
I know. All right, this is good. Okay, let's go play tag or whatever those whippersnappers are doing out there.
They play a game they throw the ball off the wall, you know, a tennis ball.
Oh, sure.
I'm not sure
Oh,
what
I've
that name of that game is.
yeah.
My son used to play that Connor played.
Yes.
When he was little.
Well, outside,
He walked
runners on first and second.
in McVeigh. He walked.
See if we got another pitcher coming, another new hitter. That's number, is that 15?
We can break this apart and make a lot. Where is it?
Yep, 15. Is he a new?
I don't have him on mine.
I don't either, so we'll just call it number 15. First at bat, again, Coach Gaudy giving a lot of players opportunity to play tonight as they lead in the bottom of the 4th, 12-0, over the visiting Rams of Rutherford. Nice.
Let's just got him out of the portal.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
1.5 million.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Gina
You know,
Maria.
that's coming down the high school. You're talking
Please,
about
I know. I guess my question is why? And if it's just because all the other states, we've got the talent in Florida as much as anybody, what's that going to improve? Because as a kid, I worked during, you can go to work and make money, you know.
I wasn't going to work in high school. I haven't really studied.
Yeah, I haven't either.
High school.
Can I tell you, it's not.
Yeah.
It might happen. I don't know if it's going to work, but smarter people than I am.
Were they doing it in other states?
30-some states.
Really?
Yes. And I haven't really taken the time to look. You know, I'm retired. I don't have all this time to do all that research, Doug, just so you know.
We do have things to do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. I got to mow the yard tomorrow. Take my lovely wife out for dinner for her birthday. So, you know, looking forward to that. She's got there. She is watching On Patrol and Press Box. Friday night exclamation. You don't get no better than that.
No.
Oh, swinging a low one, drop ball. What is that? What bases? What do we got here? Okay, got him.
Strike.
Got him out. Okay, all right.
Struck him out.
All right, so remind anybody, third strike dropped by the catcher. You got to throw him at it first?
You got to throw him out.
Okay, okay.
I don't know who came over that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
you
right.
struck out.
I know. Yeah.
Go sit down.
Yeah.
Just because the catcher missed the ball.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
get to run to first.
I don't know.
I'd have to do some reading. I got to Google that. I don't know why that. But
Yeah. Well, I tell you, Johnson, this is his second inning pitching. He's doing okay. He's got 2 strikeouts so far. Again, I believe he was at third base, and I think the other pitcher, Harry, he's now at third. He also got a couple strikeouts under his belt, 13 coming in for the year. Johnson's already got 2 strikeouts. Allen for Satellites got 3. He's up to 19 for the year. Oh, nice shot.
Nice shot.
Oh, nice stop by the short. Oh,
nice shortstop.
but he saved a run,
He sure did.
so you got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, I like this shortstop by the round.
Yeah, he's done. He's had a good game. I mean, that saved a run right there.
I'm going to try to pronounce his last name, but I'm not going to do it.
The Mr. G, if I remember correctly. Let me go back over here, and I think that was what his, Javier Giorbolini, I believe. And he's also 1-0 as a pitcher with 5 strikeouts. So, again, good all-around player playing shortstop.
Tonight too.
Yeah, good for him.
He's
Good.
quick at shortstop. I mean, usually you put one of your best athletes.
Oh,
at
absolutely,
shortstop.
absolutely.
He's doing a great job for the Rams.
And when I played softball, as I aged a little bit, I started pitching and catching and playing first. Even played a little second. No way was I playing third or shortstop. There is no way. No.
I played third for 1 inning.
No.
Cocoa Presbyterian.
Okay.
I almost got killed.
Yeah.
I said, put me back in. Right
Oh,
field.
nice shot.
Nice shot.
Right between. Looks like Gaudy's holding him up.
This is number 20.
Satellite got one across.
That was Colton Marshall, the senior.
So I think we saw this when we watched the when we broadcast the Coco Jones game a few weeks ago. I think the young man on third could have scored, but I think Gaudy, and you know what? Again,
It shows a lot of class.
it does. It's you still got to play the game, but that was that run wasn't going to make you or break you. So hats off to Coach for that. Again, Scorps got bases loaded. I don't remember. I don't know if they got an out or not. There may not be any outs. I can't remember.
There may be one. Yeah, there's one.
One out. Okay, gotcha.
Catcher dropped the ball.
Oh yeah. Ooh, nice cut. Man, I don't know, Doug.
Mason Sousa.
I know the catcher's got all that equipment on. Yeah, I see that ball coming at me, and even these kids are pitching, 70 miles an hour, if not more. I don't know if I could sit there and, as they say, take one for the team. I don't know if I could do that. A little high. Again, bases loaded. We are at the bottom of the 4th. Scorpions up by 13 over the visiting Rutherford Rams out of Panama City. Coached by Pat Coffin, a Rockledge High School graduate, pitcher for the baseball team, played at Alabama State. And tomorrow he's going to be playing against his old team, high school team, as they visit Coach Clayborne at Rockledge High. That's a bat doing, a little bobble there by the second baseman. That was one of those tweener bounces that just, do you let it bounce? Do you pick? Yeah, that was tough. That was tough.
That was by Matt Sousa. Or Mason. I coached a Matt Sousa. I don't know if that's his son or not. If it is, you need to put me in the home. Because I'm getting old.
Yeah. Well, I did bring an extra oxygen tank with me, Coach, in case
I'm ready for the home.
we need that. So
Call Candy and tell her you're taking me to the home.
yeah, exactly. Candy, good news is you get the e-bike. Bad news is,
Well, my oldest son, Aaron, he just turned 40.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness, what is
Yeah, no kidding.
happening?
Oh man.
He's got 3 kids.
Yeah, but I've seen them. Are those the
4
ones
kids.
with the red hair?
Yeah.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Yeah, that's cool. Good stuff.
Well, Aaron and Brian both have the red hair.
Okay, all right.
I don't know how that happened.
Try to throw this one at him.
Again, bases loaded, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th, Satellite up by 13. Coach Gaudy doing a nice job getting other players in the game. Again, they're ranked 6th in the state in 4A. I gotta look up what Rockledge is ranked. You know, they beat Satellite. Rockledge is 11-0, and like we talked earlier, Coach Clayborne, he's got another rock solid team with him this year. Ooh. Beautiful night here in Satellite Beach. We got the Butler Invitational, or whatever Coach is calling it. A lot of cars over there. Great program, both track and cross country. Coach Butler is on the, even though he's a Seminole, but we forgive him for that. He is on press box overtime. Nice little hit going up the middle there. Going to try to get him at first. Nice stop it. Nice out at first. Satellite pushes another one across. They got 14 now.
Number 21 hit that. I don't see him on the roster either.
Yeah, I think he's been up before. You know what? He might have been up already this inning because I think we looked for him earlier. And that's who's coming up now. No, 19. This is Allen. Is this Asher Allen? Yeah. Again, we talked about him. He's already got 3 strikeouts tonight, 1 short of 20 for the season. Comes into the game with a .407 batting average, 8 ribbies, 11 hits.
And he's 3 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, 3. So he's, I don't know what that, up to about 430, 450. I don't know. 1-1 as a pitcher, soon to be 2-1, unless something occurs. But again, Satellite's looking pretty tough today, and 5 stolen bases as well. So Allen does it behind the plate and on the mound. Johnson is a pitcher. Okay, hit a little high pitch there. Oh, nice stop by the third baseman. Gonna try to run him out at third. Nice play. There you go. Nice play. So at the end of 4, I have it, the Scorps leading by 14. A couple things I want to go over real quick. I got some notes here, as you know, what we'd like to do, Doug and I here at the press box, especially with Doug coaching so much here in the area. Maybe bring some information to you that you don't hear anywhere else. But there's a lot of things going on tomorrow. Again, I mentioned Rockledge is playing Rutherford in baseball. Looking at the little tear out here, I do get the newspaper. Softball, Rockledge is at Sebastian River. Again, we mentioned Rutherford's at Girls lacrosse, Melbourne is at Cypress Creek for a doubleheader. Later that day, tomorrow they play Wiregrass Ranch. So again, check out your local sports. A lot of high school going on tomorrow here in Brevard, and including some of our teams outside. I also want to give a shout out. Doug and I talked earlier today. This is a labor of love. We enjoy doing what we do. The rest of the year, we're going to try to do a game a week. We did Cocoa a couple of weeks ago, Satellite. Going to try to do Titusville and Astronaut maybe a little bit later. Maybe try to do some other sports as we can. But I want to give a shout out. There's a lot of other organizations here in Brevard County that do what we do at a higher level as far as doing more. You've got Alan and his crew at Brevard Sports Network. You got our good buddies Orville and Steve at Space Coast Daily. You got Tracy at 321 Sportscast. Doesn't do as much broadcasting, but he's gotten into photography and does a lot of but if you're watching, if you got a player, or you just like us, you love sports, think about Press Box Overtime too. But there's a couple other really good organizations here on the Space Coast that live stream high school sports, and we're grateful for all that they do, and glad that for a little part we play, we can be a part of that conversation. So
And they all do a great job.
yeah, they do. It's almost every night somebody's got something going on, and when it gets to the fall and football, pretty much every football game is on. You and I have been blessed to do a few games, and We love doing football as well. I prod your head coaching career at my alma mater, Cocoa High School, to explain the game to us a little bit better. Top of the 5th, we got the Rutherford Rams up. And that's another strikeout. Is that still Allen, I believe, out there? Yeah, so that's 4 for the night. So he's got 20 for the year. This is number 3, Harry, coming up. He was a starting pitcher tonight. He actually got 13 strikeouts tonight. He's got 16 for the year. I believe he moved him to third base. So 1 out, top of the 5th. And remind me, Coach, if they don't get whatever 4 or 5 runs, the game's over?
Yeah, the
5
fifth
innings.
inning
Okay.
is the 10-run rule.
Okay. Nice cut.
I've got a friend
Yeah.
watching this back home.
Yeah.
The boy's out. He's number 7 in the left field
Yeah.
for Rutherford.
Yeah.
You guys are doing a great job.
Oh, well,
I just wanna
thanks.
pass it on.
Oh, that's
I think you're
nice.
Super positive.
Oh, good.
You're doing a great job.
Well, thanks. Good.
So thank you.
Hey, I appreciate that. Good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, thank you, my friend. Okay. Well, we're glad we got some people watching from Panama City.
Strikeout.
You had 5 kids that play. I had 2. Tried to see as many games as not, and so we enjoy doing games with teams from out of the area so that those people can enjoy. So we appreciate the nice comments. And again, they're going to be playing at Rockledge tomorrow, where Coach Coffin's going back to his home high school, right back to the first baseman.
Hustle by number 9.
And that's, yep, that's the ball game tonight. So again, after 5.5, Satellite does win. 14 is what I have, 0. But Coach, as we show them lined up to shake hands, again, very young team from Rutherford. They got some 8th graders on there, and again, Coach Coffin didn't come down here to just look on the schedule, see who the worst teams were. Satellite's ranked 6th in the state in Class 4A, and this is a great experience because as he builds this team and these freshmen and 8th graders and 10th graders grow, when they get to they're going to see these teams in the playoffs.
Right. And you have no worries as a coach. I coached for many years high school, and you have to rebuild.
Right.
You have to rebuild.
Right.
And that's what the Rams are doing here. They're rebuilding.
Right.
I did it for many years, and as long as the kids are giving you everything they got, and you see the growth occurring, the coach has no worries about that. Coach knows he has a young team that he has to develop. They have to work hard.
Right.
Get in the weight room or whatever.
Right.
These kids, I'm sure 99.9% of these kids play travel ball as well after the season. So they're going to develop.
Right.
They're going to grow.
Right.
And like you said, there's a couple of 8th graders and a lot of freshmen.
Yeah, 8th grade.
I've never had that many young kids on my teams. Varsity. This is a varsity team. So these kids are getting great experience by playing on the varsity at a young age.
Right. And you know what? And hopefully some of the Rutherford families out here, and even though you and I spend a lot of, and you still do, it's great to travel. When Devin played in the soccer and going around the state for the weekend, and the parents getting together. So hopefully some Rutherford parents, and hopefully if they didn't, they were able to watch the broadcast. Just so you know, and I'll post this again after the video, maybe not tonight. I think my Florida Gators are on at 9:30, so I'm just saying. Yes. But by tomorrow, I will post the video also on my YouTube channel, Press Box Overtime. Again, I don't know if I just picked a good name or a name nobody else wanted.
I like it.
So that way it's easier to find the video versus going to Facebook and trying to figure out where it is on the feed. So I will post this when we're done on YouTube channel Press Box Overtime. And again, we appreciate everybody watching tonight. So again, as a coach, Coach Coffin, let me flip this around here. You got Coach Gaudy over there with his players, and Coach Coffin with his. Again, assistant coach lacrosse is all I really did at the high school level. I saw a lot of positive today. They were swinging the bats, made some great plays out in the field. Again, you're playing a stout team, one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the county, top 6 in the state. So there's a lot they can learn from, and they're going to go play another tough team tomorrow.
And the Rams had some runners on base. They left some runs on the base.
Yes.
So I think they did a good job tonight. Very positive. Even after a loss, you learn.
Sure.
You learn from what happened.
Right.
And you just, you pick up from go and go to the next game.
Right.
So there's learning taking place on both sides.
Well, and again, we've talked before about sometimes teams play to the level, which means sometimes, as we know as Gator fans, we play like last night playing against Georgia, who we beat twice. So hats off to Coach Coffin. He didn't pick those teams to come down here and play. He picked really two of the top teams in the county in Satellite and Rockledge. So, and as an 8th grader, are you kidding? I mean, 8th grade, I was playing like Foursquare.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
Either of you want a hot dog or hamburger?
We can take a hamburger.
Robbie cooked them.
You got any left?
We do.
A couple of hamburgers, that'd be great. Yeah, we can take one. Well, thanks. Okay. I mean, as long as it helps you out getting rid of them.
Actually, we did very well.
Good for you. Good.
It was a very busy.
You had a good crowd.
We
Yes.
had a great crowd in the stage. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's
Right.
fantastic.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, a young team like the Rams, they've got a lot of potential.
Right.
And they're going to be good. If these kids stay together, they're going to be a good team.
Right. Yeah, I think so too. So we appreciate. We still got 2 people watching. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Again, 5-inning rule. Satellite ranks 6th in the state in 4A. Defeats the Rams from Rutherford High School in Panama City, 14-0. And tomorrow Rutherford will be playing Rockledge. I don't have the game time, probably early afternoon, something like that. But again, beautiful night here in Satellite Beach.
Absolutely
An
gorgeous.
area that you and I are both familiar with. I'm going to flip it around one more time. Got the Little Leaguers coming back out to talk to the players from Satellite. But again, we appreciate you watching. I'll have this posted tomorrow on YouTube channel. He's Doug Cook. I'm Bill Maharis. We're Press Box Overtime. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the weekend. And for the Rutherford fans, have a great spring break. We'll see you again pretty soon. Thanks for watching.